Well, it looks like it's finally happening. The Lion is finally meeting Rabute Guiliman. Or is he? We'll get into that. And also talk about like what this could mean. So apparently from the 500 Worlds campaign codex, it's been revealed in a little story blurb that the Dark Angels have arrived in Ultramar. And they have sent a message directly from Lion himself with the simple words, "Brother, we need to talk." And that's all we know. But here's the thing. Guiliman isn't on Ultramar right now. Guiliman is in the Magos novel, in the Archmagos novel. It's revealed that Guiliman has crossed the rift. Now, to be fair, the timeline might be a little different because the Son of the Forest, remember, some of these books, as well as the codexes, come out different points. Like the Dark Imperium trilogy came out years after the Return of Guiliman books, like the Return of Guiliman. That was 2017, and then it wasn't until 2019, 2020 that we got the Dark Imperium books, and then Arcs of Omen, and then it took a year until we got the Son of the Forest, which was a prequel to Arcs of Omen. So it could be that maybe Guiliman is still on Ultramar. We have to take that into account. Yeah. But let's say, for sake of argument, that the Dark Angels have crossed the rift and they have arrived, and Lion comes bearing a message. So let's actually talk about what Lion could be talking about when he says, "Brother, we need to talk." What could that ensue for both parties? We don't know what exactly he's talking about. We don't know in any way, shape, or form as to what he is referring to. Now, I'm going to throw out my theory is that it's probably going to have something to do with Dawn of War 4. That's what I think is going to be. Either this is going to be set after Dawn of War 4, or maybe this is a mission that Guiliman and Lion agree on, and this leads to Dawn of War 4. That's my thinking, is that this is how they're promoting. Remember, all IP is just promotion to buy more shit. Let's talk about that right now. But I think it's going to be stuff for Dawn of War 4. I could be wrong, and I acknowledge that I could be wrong, but that's my train of thinking, is that it's going to lead into Dawn. It's going to do something to involve with Dawn of War 4. But anyway, so the other things it could be, what will this mean when Guiliman and the Lion are finally meeting each other? That's what we've all been kind of wanting this whole time, of Guiliman and Lion reuniting. And is it going to feel so good? I think yes. I know a lot of people are like, no, Lion and Guiliman have to be combative with each other. No, I don't think they need to, because all evidence kind of points that these two kind of need each other. Yeah, Rabute and Lion were, for lack of a better word, at each other's throats during the heresy, and probably during the scouring too. But the thing is, they both kind of changed. Guiliman is trying to keep the Imperium from falling apart, and Lion has kind of gone through some character growth since since Son of the Forest and Arcs of Omen. He doesn't want to be a conqueror. He wants to be a protector, and he proves that with the Emperor's Shield. So even in the final passage of Son of the Forest, when Dante tells Lion that he's not that Rabute was revived and is launching the Indominus Crusade, his first thoughts were, Rabute, I'm not alone. So he's actually there's relief that that Lion knows that Guiliman is alive. Now, is there going to be some tension? Probably, because I imagine Guiliman is probably going to look at this and be like, is this some kind of... All of my brothers I have met have all been demon Primarchs. Is this some trick or something? That literally might go through Guiliman's head, because that's how Guiliman thinks. But he's going to realize, no, this is Lion. Now, someone did point out that wouldn't it be fun if, now that Lion would be part of the Imperium again, Guiliman makes him the War Master. He gives him Horus's old title, and basically saying you should have gotten this to begin with, and maybe we wouldn't have the way we are now. So yeah, War Master Lion. While Guiliman handles all the political stuff, he can leave Lion to be the warrior, much like Tarasha once told him that his mother Tarasha basically once told him, let him be the warrior, let Lion be the conqueror. You are the real power, And I think that's I think that's a cool way to go about it. And also, if you're Chaos, you're probably shitting yourself just slightly at the thought of two loyalist Primarchs reuniting and reuniting the Imperium even more. Like, Abaddon is probably like, wait, they met? Lion's alive? And he's now with Guiliman again? Fuck! It's like that Drewski meme. He's like drinking some shit. Damn it. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of hoping and banking on, that's what's probably going to happen, is that Guiliman and Lion are going to be non-combative. They're just going to be like, look, I know we've had our problems, but we need to work through it. We're the only two. We are the two brothers holding back the darkness, so we got to get on the same page. Now, Guiliman is kind of rumored to be doing some shady stuff. Like, there's a lot of talk in the Western Front that Guiliman is possibly Legion building, but I personally don't think that's going to be a problem for Lion, because dude loves combat. He's going to be all for, like, he's going to be like, okay, sure, that works. I also think it's important to note that we still don't know what we brought Fulgrim back. There's another one. We're finally bringing back, we're finally uniting those two, but since Fulgrim came back, he has done nothing. I've brought that up. So maybe I'm hoping, and I've talked about this before, I'm hoping for they do something with Fulgrim. He's got the Eldari swords that are used to bring back Ynid. And he's done nothing but really just kind of tease his, tease his sons about coming back, and also be like, go fight those Black Templar. And that's really it. He hasn't done anything since coming back. So I'm hoping they do something. Maybe Fulgrim will play a role in the 500 Worlds campaign. Maybe with Guiliman across the rift, maybe he encounters Fulgrim again, and the two actually have a rematch. Or, like I said, now that Guiliman and the Lion look like they're going to be uniting again, could this mean that, all those rumors of Russ being the next loyalist Primarch coming back, could it be Russ who stands against Fulgrim? Because again, Angron came back, and yeah, Lion was like, during Arcs of Omen, we didn't get in really much of the thought process of Lion, like being like, wait, Angron's back and he looks like that? Oh, I don't think he met Angron during the Scouring after post-Demon Primarch Angron. I don't think he ever met him, so that was an encounter. So, yeah. So Fulgrim, you got to do something with Fulgrim. Either he goes after Lion, or Rabute has a rematch with him, or this is how we get Russ back, of having him fight a Demon Primarch. I'm not the biggest Russ fan, but they've been basically teasing a lot of him. So it'll probably be Russ, who knows? But yeah, let's just get Guiliman and Lion together first. Anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below, what are your hopes for Guiliman and Lion's reunion? Do you think it'll go well, or do you think it's just gonna end badly? And also, what do you think Lion wants to talk about with him, like whether it be Arcs of Omen or something else? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.